What's going on, guys? Sync-WaVey back again with some more GBO2, and today we're actually gonna do a little something fun. We're gonna talk about the top tiers of six. We're gonna do all right here, right now. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it because otherwise it's gonna be a long video. But I'm trying to get through as many costs as we can to show you guys kind of just a reference of what the best players are playing at these tiers, right? So obviously, let's get it started. 650, obviously, toe restrictor, right? And yeah, I'm not gonna go into everything, but this is basically it. This is the top tiers for 650. I don't have all the suits here. The suits that I don't have that are in the top tiers are Riggsy Custom, Waggle, Shaz DJ, Zeta HML, and the Yagdoga, right? Not the support Yagdoga. So obviously Dogen Wolf. See, Dogen Wolf, with Dogen Wolf, it makes it more in the top tier if you have it enhanced. Without it having enhanced, you're not going to have that 41 melee resistance, which kind of makes it more reliable at this cost. It is still powerful, don't get me wrong. Even with like low melee resistance, it's powerful, right? But when you have it with 41 melee resistance, now you're resisting, you know, like it's not gonna do much damage to you. Like the Todesha, you know, they still, like, even the Mark II Cubely, you know, these suits that have high melee damage, they'll wreck you if you don't have high melee resistance. So with this build, you're gonna be top tier because it has the firepower to keep up with what this cost. It just needed a little bit more to survive, and when you enhance it, that's when you'll be able to fit in the level 5 melee program to, you know, boost it up to where you need to be, to where you're surviving, you know. So that's why Dogen Wolf is crazy, right? Like, we'll get to it when we talk about M600 costs, but let's move on. Obviously, FA Shiki, I mean, it's powerful, right? Everybody knows this. Very powerful, very tanky. The kit is good. The builds are good that you can do with it. You know, the damage is pretty top tier. You know, obviously spraying it with the Dagdo, like, this does do more damage than the Dagdo does. You know, that the beam cannon and the Mega Buster, it's a more stronger combo, but obviously Dagdo overall can do more damage with this whole kit. But you know, it's got a good kit, panic tool, you know, it's got the little chest eye field as well, so if you hit that you don't get stunned and stuff. It is solid. Move on to the Gelmok. Powerful, very powerful now as it got buffed. Now we gain the stabilization device. Now we basically got shot dampeners when we crouching, even though, yeah, like we're face tanking a lot more, right? But we have the HP to do so. Like, you can really go crazy with the HP like this, and you don't really need to do much damage because you're doing way more damage with the new vamped Mega Park Cannon Barrage. It's actually more accurate, so now you're actually hitting more. So now you're doing more damage. The shoulder beams, they increase the ready up time, so it's a lot more easier to combo with. So overall, it just became insane. Like, because this wants you to crouch and shoot, right? And giving it a stabilization device, get my words out, it just makes it more insane. It just makes it be able to abuse what it's good at, and that's what it needed, you know. And it literally makes it in the top 5 because of that. Because it already had decent damage output. It just needed a little bit more and defensive capabilities, which is the stabilization device. You know. So then we're gonna move on to MPQBD. Obviously, we know about MPQBD. Me, I thought it was fine when it released, and then they buffed it to make it even more insane. So okay, like, you know, it's got a really good combo, 1-2 combo into the funnels. You know, it's got really good damage output, man. Nothing really more I can say about this suit. Like I've got a whole video dedicated around it. Not really much need to be said. It's powerful. You know, it can hold its own because of the double stun. You can even get a triple stun, but you might overheat. But you know, good suit. Rigazi custom, I'll say. Zaku 3 custom, shall I say. Like, I mean, look at the build, bro. Like, super tanky, like, and it's still gonna have high damage, 61 melee strength, you know, charge attack as well, very powerful. You can go even more crazier and get it higher, 70 melee strength, but I feel like this build is gonna be the best. Just make it super tanky, man, you know, because when you get even low and the biosensor kicks in, but now your damage reduced by range attack by 40%. 40%. Like, if that does stack on top of your beam resistance, so yeah, you're just gonna be extra tankier, bro. I don't know how it, like, but it does. You're just extra tankier, but it just takes forever you to die. Like, just, you know, it's actually pretty nuts. And obviously, when you blow up, you do damage to people. I think, what was it, 5k? I think it's 5,000 base damage, if I remember correctly. 5,000 or 3,000, I can't remember. But it does a lot of damage when you blow up. Damage control too. This is actually important. This is a factor, right? Because of like suits like Toadisha, it's gonna take a harder time to like stun you. You know, they gotta get an extra hit, and you know, even at like the higher cost of 700, the shotguns don't work on them. Like the GBO2 shotgun, the Virgo shotgun. You know, like you have to do a little bit more to stun him. You don't stun him straight away because of damage control. So it's kind of nuts. Even the Virgo and the GBO2, they don't stun him at all. So yeah, even the Dagdo's chest plug kind of doesn't stun. So you gotta do a little bit extra to stun this guy. You know, and he's got maneuver armor level 2 as well. So that's nuts, because that maneuver armor level 2 gives you damage control 1 as well. So he's already got damage control 1, and he basically gains damage control 1 while boosting. So yeah, kind of crazy, right? As you can see, reduced stagger when hit consecutively. That's damage control. So that's pretty nuts. And obviously he's got very powerful Vulcans. These are pretty good when you're like getting chased, you know. Very good suit. The O. What is the O all about? The O is just, it's just a tank, bro. It's a frontline suit, you know? Nothing else much to say about it. Like, it's literally frontline suit. It's got high melee priority, you know, doing the triple downswing stuff. Actually has good stun accumulation. This beam rifle has high stun value. I think it's like 60 or 70. I can't remember, 60, 70, 80, I think, around there. It's got high sound value, so you combine that with your like the beam machine gun part of it. It's strong. It's gonna stun fast as well if you combine those two. So good at stopping maneuver armor, but it just takes a little bit, you know, to actually get that going. So that's like, you know, the risk of it. You gotta shoot, then switch, then shoot a couple of these to like stun a raid, you know, instead of like a shotgun just like stopping it instantly. So that's not as good at stopping raids, but it can do so. And obviously, yeah, big damage, triple downswing, got good skills. Obviously the psyche move lock on thing, it does help a little bit, but you know, this is basically just your frontline suit. Nothing, it's very simple. Let's talk about the suits that are not on here, and then we'll go back and finish the suits that are actually on the screen. Rigger Z Custom. Now Rigger Z Custom is better than the O. Right, the O is just straight, it's just like a frontline brawler, you know. Like, it is good, it has got good capabilities, you know, for range, but not like the Rigger Z Custom. The Rigger Z Custom is more kind of like Toe Destroyer in the way of weapons, you know. It's got a lot of options. It's even got more options, I'm pretty sure, than the Toe Destroyer, because it's got a transformation and everything. But that kind of leads it towards more the difficult side of playing, because you gotta like do a lot of swapping and, you know, to do your accumulating stuns and all that jazz. It's very powerful, don't get me wrong, but it's not as powerful as the Toe Destroyer, but I do believe it's definitely powerful than the O. You know, the reasons why I call Toe Destroyer the best, and probably why everybody else, is because it's literally the jack of all trades, right? It can do everything. And it's actually really good at doing everything. You know, it's not one of those suits that does everything, but it's not good at everything. You know, it actually does everything, and it's actually good at everything. Like, it's actually, you can actually make a decent build for melee. Like, the melee damage is high on it, 2,700. Like, I actually, when we got top 20, I was using this build, you know. I actually weren't running any melee damage. The O's couldn't get close to me because I was kiting them. Like, this weapon and this weapon just stops anything in its tracks, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Rigger Z Custom, bro. Very powerful suit. You know, if you got that suit, you know, you're Gucci at 650. Vargle. Now this is a suit where a lot of people feel like it's not that good. Well, I even heard people say that it doesn't have a combo that can, like, you know, from zero, like 100 to 0, a support, where it can. Like, I literally got it in my videos. Like, I mean, I understand, like, you guys probably don't watch my videos, but maybe before you say something like that, you should watch someone that's got videos on Virgo that's actually showcasing what Virgo can actually do to its full potential, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that might just be me, you know? But yeah, Virgo is actually better than the Cubely Mark II in a lot of people's opinions, and it looks like it's becoming a factor actually, because Virgo's weapons are just way better. Like, yeah, Cubely is a lot simpler, but Virgo has a higher skill gap than this suit, and can pretty much do the same thing that this suit is doing, like in terms of damage. This wombo combo with downswing, 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 the Virgo pretty much can do the same thing, but he's using his the butterfly edge. I don't know if you guys have seen how much damage the butterfly edge does to supports, but you should go check, because it does crazy amounts of damage. Almost the same as the prong, you know what I'm saying? So, and you can do a little bit more cooler things, because you know, you could do downswing, and then while you're dashing back, you can do a follow funnel, which is actually higher damage than these follow funnels. And then you can go into your butterfly edge and then do another downswing with your saber, which is, well, you got 140% or 145% downswing, something like that, with a 2900 damage beam saber. So yeah, doing a lot of damage, man. Yeah, it does one combo of support. So Cubely Mark II is not doing anything that the Virgo can't do, except for double dodge roll. That is pretty much it. Double dodge roll is where this suit gets it. You know, it's probably might be slightly a bit tankier, but the Virgo is not far behind being tanky, and plus it's just got, you know, the butterfly edge is just way more useful at stopping suits. The shotgun, you know, like, come on now, like, it's basically a GBO2 but in raid form in a way, you know what I'm saying, with the shotgun and all that, you know. So it just has better ways to stun even other raids, other generals that have maneuver armor. Like, this has good option. You know, you can shoot this twice, you know what I'm saying, but so the Virgo can do that too, and it's got a shotgun. You know, it just has better stuns. It just has better stuns, you know, better stuns, better options, and is just as good as a suit, bro. Like, it's better. But anyway, don't want to keep going on about that. Shah's DJ. Shah's DJ, obviously, we know Shah's DJ is very powerful. It's still the second best. Like, you don't really see it that much as well, but like, that thing is still the second best, man. Like, the Zaku 3 custom is powerful. I see the Zaku 3 custom more at 700, because I guess there is actually a 700 Zaku custom, Zaku 3 custom, but it's not actually a 700 Shah's DJ. The Shah's DJ is just nuts. Like, heavy stun into the stern thrust. The stern thrusters do like 10,000 damage. Like, come on, man. Like, that thing is disgusting. You know what I mean? Zeta HML. Zeta HML. Double stun potential. Dodge roll. Flight. It basically has everything this has, and it has the tankiness of this. You know? It just doesn't have... I guess, yeah, it does have the heavy stun. But you just have to charge. You have to charge longer. Yeah, it's 10 seconds. But... you know, what's really 10 seconds, man? Really, that's not that long, you know. And you're doing like 10,000 damage, and you're heavy stunning, so you can like transform, and you can do kind of what the Zeta plus C1 does, right? So HMO have been stepped on as well, like a little bit, and that is like, it's arguably the third best. Arguably, you can put it and compare it to the FA Shiki, really, because it's just as tanky as it, and it actually has 2 instant stuns. It's not a charge, even though it does have a charge. The launcher does charge, but you can uncharge, you know, tap fire it and it'll stun. And then you got the crazy grenades that melt people. Like, me personally, like, if I had the HML on this account, I'd be like, I don't even really use the FA Shiki that much. As you can see, 10 times, bro. Like, I only recently got it. It's solid. Like, it's a solid suit. I do still prefer the C1, but if I had the HML, I'd probably use the HML more than I'd use the FHEQ if I wanted to use a tankier suit, you know, especially for a close quarters map. The HMO has balances, this doesn't have balances, you know. Like I said, the HMO is more like the C1, but it's just as tanky as this. Wow, high melee resistance and everything, you know what I'm saying? I think the build I have, it just lacks the HP, but you know, that suit's got a shield, you know. So usually suits that have shields anyway have less HP, you know what I'm saying? That's how it usually goes. I don't know, there's an example of that. Oops. But I don't want to actually go and find it. But usually, like for example, if you look at like the G3 and the prototype at the same level, that's a bad example actually. Never mind, forget that. Let's move on. But what we got next? Yakdoga. Best raids in the game. I don't really need. Do I need to go into that? You know, I don't really need to go into that. And that pretty much wraps up the 650s. And we're gonna move on to the 600s. These are the suits that you should really care about, right? If you really want to care about the top tiers, these are the suits that you should care about.